What's up, ladies and gents? Once again, it's the Night Crew coming back at you live and new and improved. Now we're on our COVID edition, hence the reason why we're all on Discord. But it just the best way it happened to work out this time due to everybody's schedule. But y'all already know that what we about to dive into. So without further ado, it's your boy right here, your boy JP to my left, and right down on the bottom we got Rich Carlton. All right, let's get into it.
All right. Who's going first on this one? We don't. Okay. Disclaimer: we don't have general questions for this one. We're just getting right into it. Like we're just saying whatever we think about this whole thing. Like that's all we can do for it.
So, first off, I want to say I'm kind of pressed I didn't get my superpowers. just for us to go into the new year and then like almost have a president get assassinated, but that's just some wild stuff for 2021, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's this whole storm in the Capitol thing and going on to Facebook and seeing how many people are like, coming to the defense of it, and
yeah,
it's mind-boggling.
It is like I just don't see how something that big, like literally they stormed the White House of all places, and there's honestly still people trying to.
It was the Capitol.
Well, yeah, the Capitol, but they're still just trying to defend that somehow. Like I don't understand how you go that far, and still I don't know, and still people who somehow defend that. It's crazy.
They're like a lot of the people that I've seen have been talking about like how they're trying to like liberate from like a tyrannical government or whatever, and like they have the right to be able to do so and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, like in theory, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, but like as of right now, it's like nothing has even really happened. Like everything is just like still fresh as far as like the election goes and everything, but people are still trying to act like that Biden's been in for 15 years. He's taken away all the guns and everything. Nobody has any more freedom or whatnot. It's like he hasn't even like taken the seat yet. So why are people so aggressive with like I was like, oh, we don't want you to do anything, blah 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 blah. I was like, well, I mean, truth be told, for anybody that knows how the American government works, they need control of both the Senate and the House for anything to actually fly. So like even if you got like for instance, let's say like Bernie Sanders would have won, he would have needed the House of Representatives and the Senate Senate to be in his favor for anything to actually happen, because like the president doesn't have as much power as people think they do, and it's just if they were paying attention in school or not, because like that was really well explained, and like for me at least like the third grade, it was like you got the judicial branch, the executive branch, and like they all have these different jobs and whatnot, and it's like, but apparently nobody really listened, and now it's just like it was like the president, so it's like essentially like the king or whatever, and his word is law.
Yeah.
True.
What do you gotta say about it, Carlton?
Man, I just don't think people really just like what going off what Zach's saying. I just really don't think people just really was paying attention. They just wanted to be a part of something, and they just didn't really just have a good outcome of it.
True.
But then when they was like getting escorted in, you just seen like it really wasn't no respect for other races, because they were just opening up doors. Because I done seen one video where one of the judges, he just opened up the door and walked out and got in his car and just left it open.
Yeah, the one thing that's still crazy is just that video of literally the police escorting them in. Like that's. I looked at that and I was just like, honestly, I'm not surprised. I don't think most of us were surprised by that, to be real.
True.
No, not with the group of individuals that were spearheading that whole thing, because like that, and everybody's like a lot, not everybody, but a lot of people that I've seen, because as soon as I saw it, like I was in the Discord, because I was off when they stormed the Capitol. So like I'm just sitting at home chilling, playing the game, playing some COD or something, and next thing I know, I look at my phone. It's like, oh, they stormed the Capitol. I was like, oh, okay, so like definitely like something's happened, something's gone down. But then just to find out that like not that I wanted anybody to get hurt, but I expected more people. Like I expected there to be more destruction and stuff like that based off of like the type of thing, the atrocity that was committed is like given it being a different group of people, like that would have been way different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's oh, my bad, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like what you were saying. If it was a different group of people, it would have been really different. Like I saw, I'm pretty sure you saw it too, but over Twitter, just like the multiple arguments of people saying if this were black people doing this, this would have been a completely different turnout. National Guard would have been there ASAP and everything like
Right.
that. And then them arguing that like, look, this isn't the same situation. Like, I don't know. This stuff has just been too wild.
It's the same situation. It's just different with the different brand of races.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would have been totally different if we went up there, half of us wouldn't even came back.
Yeah.
Half of us would be in somewhere in a federal jail right now.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to when they try to storm that, like the Area 51. Think about it. If they really wanted to let y'all in Area 51, they would let it. Half them people probably didn't even make it out.
That's true. What was I gonna say? Dang, it was right there on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot. It was having to do with the. Oh no, I was just gonna say like, oh, if that were like, let's say us or something like that, that would have been like that would have been guns blazing. Like, oh my goodness. I don't even think we'd be here right now, honestly.
It's the fact that that's exactly how it was that gets me, because like when they when the BML was doing like hot and heavy protesting everywhere, like the Capitol was heavily guarded, versus now where they just like waltzed in.
Yeah.
Taking
Like that goes from like, that's too violent and aggressive to be a protest. That's not even a protest. And people are trying to make it equate to that of the movement that the Black Lives Matter was essentially about. Like, and people like to try to misinterpret it and misconstrue exactly what that movement it exactly encapsulate, because they want it to fit a specific narrative that makes them and their actions more to where they can deem what they're doing to be okay, when it's not. And it's like, it's like you like for, if you feel like there is like something that is similar in these two, then that's an issue. Because one is just because like the person that you wanted to vote for didn't win, versus people literally just trying to be able to live their lives without having to worry about like injustices. And that doesn't just go for just those that happen to fall under being black. It's just people in general. It's like, certain things need to be put in check, and like, how like, law enforcement handles the citizens that they're supposed to be protecting is definitely something that definitely needs to be rectified. Because, for instance, in Denmark, they've had I think my friend said they had what was it, 3 fatal shootings in the past 10 years.
Damn.
Only 3. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
It's like in the country to where, like in the entire country, only 3. And of course, like, the country's a lot smaller compared to that of America, but still at the same time, it's like, it's an example of it being done right.
Yeah.
True.
Like, I'm not asking for them to, like, not think anybody's a threat, but not every person that you come across needs to have, like, to have their life taken.
Yeah.
Like, it's a $20, like a counterfeit $20 bill that you might not even known that was a counterfeit. Like, does that really make it to where like you need to lose your life? Like that you can't make it make sense to me.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to see how you guys think um, the inauguration is going to go on the 20th. Do you think essentially the same thing is going to happen, or what do you think is going to happen then?
Showing their true colors. I feel like that's definitely going to happen again and in full effect. Because there was explosives and different things, Molotov cocktails found on the scene at the Capitol. So like, lives were planning on being lost. So if somebody comes to something like that, planning on hurting people like that, it's like, yeah, I can definitely say that I feel like they'll do it again, and especially it being over something. I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's insignificant.
I feel that.
Because like, and especially from the hardcore people that are like, uh trying to act like well, when he had first got when Trump first won 4 years ago, and they were like well, like, he won, now y'all just got to deal with it, y'all got to respect him. But like, then when he doesn't win again, they just want to flip that coin and act like that doesn't apply to them.
Yeah.
They both went through the same due process. If you lose, you lose. That's just part of the game.
I agree. I think the 20th is just gonna go full scale, way worse than the last time. I don't know. I can't say. I honestly can't say on what magnitude. I can say what magnitude I don't want it to go to. I just hope nothing blows up, honestly. But
Right? I hope nobody has to lose their life over something that is not worth losing your life for.
True.
Yeah.
What about you, Carlton? How do you see the 20th going?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been talking to this white dude at work, and he was like, man, he went about a tent and stuff, like he's prepared for anything after the 20th. So coming from white America, I don't think nothing good is gonna happen. Ain't nothing good come from it. Cause they keep telling me buy a tent, withdraw all the money from my bank account, and just be ready for whatever, and load up your gun.
And that's so sad. And
Yeah.
because like a lot of people like to act like this is like, the greatest country in the world, and perpetrate like it wasn't built on a whole bunch of terrible acts.
Yeah.
Like let's not let's at least hold ourselves accountable as a nation, as like, just be real about like, the different things that like this country has done that might not necessarily be to the like perfect scope of what people want to believe this country is. Like, it like, don't get me wrong, there's lots of great opportunities. There's like, but at the same time, there's a really high, but there's a really low in this country that doesn't make any sense.
True. Yeah. And I think sometimes you just got to be responsible for your actions and create your own opportunities. And I don't think some people realize that, like, the government really don't control you. You control your own self. You just got to follow by their rules and their standards, just like working a job.
And that just depends on if like you paid attention in school and understand exactly how like, the system works. Because if you want certain things in place, then you'll vote for the people that'll put those certain things in place, and understand it's not the president. You could just like vote for whoever just randomly, or not even vote for a president at all, because ultimately the Senate and the House don't necessarily need him or whoever would be in the seat at that time to do anything.
True.
So they could just go right over whoever's in the seat's hand, well, whoever's like the acting president at that part, and just go right over him. It's like, and that just be it.
Okay, I got another question. I'm trying to make sure I remember it. Okay, the other thing going on. Do you think he's gonna? Well, he did get impeached, but do you think the Senate is actually gonna do anything with that this time, or no?
No.
I mean, he only got what, 3 days, 4 days?
Well, can't he still get can't something still happen after the inauguration too? Just because they're trying to make sure that he can't run again in 2024. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that is right. And like that's a gray area.
Okay.
Because of how close everything is, and ultimately, like we said, it's just up to the Senate.
Yeah.
Like the House has already did what they wanted to do, but like right now it's just like it has to go down. Go through its due process
Okay.
before we can really tell what's gonna really happen.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, I don't think anything's going to happen. Just based on how the politicians are really ain't shit.
Yeah.
They
I really don't
wanna,
see them
use all
doing
this
it.
propaganda. Yeah, because they want to use all this propaganda to act like they're for the people, but y'all not really for the people.
Let me see.
And it shows, because for them to really have to go through all this debating and deliberating on stimulus packages and stuff like that for the American people that need it, because when your whole country shuts down and stuff like that, and people are without jobs for a certain amount of time, but there's nothing in place to where that they can the things that they have and stuff like that is not secure. It's not secure. That's not good. I was like, too many people got evicted in the greatest country of the world because they didn't care about these people.
That's true. Yeah, they really. I don't understand why there was so much turmoil over the stimulus deal. We did get the 600 to go through, but for many people that's good. But then there's also some where that only does so much for them out of the many things that they need to get handled.
Yeah, and the reason why it was taking so long for them to really get through with it is because, not gonna lie, they were, some of the things in the previous packages were to a certain extent unnecessary. You can't save everybody, but what's important right now is just getting money to the people that need it right now. We don't need to be worried about all this other stuff when literally we just need to make sure the American people are all right. It's to a certain extent it's okay. With them having it to where you had to have filed your taxes or whatnot, been independence, they had already put up all of these different stipulations to weed out to where not everybody was going to be receiving something, but still the general masses to still receive something, which allowed for, to a certain extent, people to be okay. But once you have it was, when did the country pretty much start back up? June or July?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. So from April through May, all the way into June and July, people that are not working, not being able to get the paychecks that they would normally be getting to be able to pay their bills and stuff, because the corona was getting worse and worse, and more people were getting it, and they were trying to contain it to the best of their abilities. But I mean, you can only do but so much, because not everybody wants to listen. And more people are going to get it because people just don't want to just it's simple. It's nobody wants to wear the mask or anything. Nobody wants to be in this position. Unfortunately, that's just where we at.
Yeah.
Now, for the next thing I want to say too, since you mentioned the pandemic, how do you see the course of this vaccine going? I don't know. Do you see more getting put out? I mean, they're getting put out just a little bit every. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with the output of the vaccine, but I know there's people that are still scared to take the vaccine.
I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, it's too early. For me, it's way too early.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's safe. I feel like it's been rushed, and
Yes.
typically things that are rushed aren't really all that great, and that's coming from like a gaming standpoint.
Yeah.
Typically, if they rushed it out, it ain't gonna cut it.
Mm-mm.
So it doesn't change anything that it was who approved it. I mean, it had to get approved by somebody to even get sent out. Who was it that had to approve it?
I think
Was it
it might
FDA
Congress?
or I don't know. I don't know who approved it. I'll put it up right whenever I find out, but yeah, it had to get approved by somebody, but yeah, I don't know if I trust it either. Because like you said, I mean, that thing was sent out so fast. Like it was rushed very heavily actually. And
Very much so. Like it's scary how fast they got this vaccine out, especially with it being so contagious and so deadly. There's no way that you can make me think that it's like safe to take. Not that I don't have like faith in them being able to bring out something that's that is a vaccine that actually works, but like, come on now, like y'all did that just a little bit too fast for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anybody else got something? I'm kind of dry at the moment.
Now you know that one nurse, she died from it when she took it. That when it passed out.
She
On
died from the
live TV?
vaccine?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about it. I can't think of her name right now, but they put her name and her Facebook page and all of that disappeared because her family said she died from it, and they deleted like all her family Facebook pages, whatever social media pages she had. They all disappeared.
Wow.
So I'm definitely not taking it.
I might have to scour the internet for that one.
Try the duck.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I just heard about it like the day when when the girl that I watched Instagram said that she disappeared.
Yeah.
And that's one from all the conspiracy theories. I've been hearing that from them that they was like they use duck because duck is not controlled.
Okay.
I had to get the conversation back from them, but I just heard nothing good from it.
Mm.
But they really want to depopulate the earth.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's actually pretty wild.
That's honestly pretty crazy. Because I believe it. As far as like as early as this is, like I believe that people are dying from it because it hasn't really been long enough for me to feel like it's safe for people to be like taking it. Like I mean, of course, like there's going to be scapegoats to a bunch of different things, but like at the same time.
And I think really with the whole coronavirus thing, I think people just need to pay attention and do more research on it, because like I don't think most people really know what it is. Like some people just call it if you got the flu shot, then that's what it is. And it's flu. I just been hearing different things for the last few days since I've been in a different situation, and I really just don't trust the government too much. And also, they don't have the best outlook for some of us. Like, I don't think they have the best means just to justify a lot of stuff. What happened last week show you they don't really care about everybody. This thing should show people they really don't give a fuck about you.
I can
And
understand
then-
one bit.
And then I feel like it's just finna be a shitstorm finna hit after Wednesday.
Yeah, honestly, everything is so unpredictable for what's going to happen on Wednesday. Like, okay, do y'all work on Wednesday? Oh wait, no, Zach, you're off, aren't you?
I'm typically off on Wednesday. If I do, it's a blue moon.
All right, it's just me and Carlton on Wednesday.
And I think
Yes.
Kelly.
Hey, it's better than it being it's better than neither of us working though.
Yeah. No, at least I'm with somebody when all this is about to go down.
Yeah, because not everybody has the backs, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So, um, what else y'all got?
Uh, man. Um, they wanted to say that what was it? A terrorist? That this is essentially was a terrorist group attacking her.
Nope, just what a miracle.
I mean,
I was they trying to they'll put everything on the terrorists. Just know that the real terrorists is really stay in the United States.
yeah.
I can agree with that. But did y'all see? Well, I think it came out like today or something. But the Viking dude that had like attacked or whatever, not attacked, but he was in the whole raid of the Capitol, and I think it was his lawyer, but he said that like I'm trying to remember what it said. All I remember seeing is that he or the lawyer or somebody, probably both, they wanted Trump to pardon all of the Capitol raiders.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw that as the
Like,
headline.
I don't know. I don't understand. Because if we look back a few months ago, uh, they were said that like the protests would get prosecuted to the highest extent of the law if they did this or that. So let's go ahead and keep the same energy.
Yeah. I just saw that as the headline on my phone earlier, and I was just like, wow. And I didn't even bother going looking in too deep because I know my head would start hurting after reading all of that. So, yeah, same dude that hasn't apparently eaten because none of his food is organic over in wherever he's being kept.
I mean, you. What do you expect?
Exactly. That's why I didn't even bother. I was like, yeah, that already made my head hurt, so I'm good.
So what do you really expect to get treated like? That's like it's just such entitlement, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't commit crimes and then not be held accountable for them. If you do it, you've got to like you did it.
True. And that's how it should be.
It should be.
Now go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. Is it should be. It really should be.
Nah, but you know what I don't think he had to do was just say it's a religious preference and they had to give them what they want because of due to religions preference and stuff. But then if it's a federal crime, they had to meet his means and stuff. Cause I used to work for jail, so it's like a lot of people they will say certain stuff. They can only eat peanut butter and stuff like that. So you had to give them what they want. But I think that they gonna get real privileged. They gonna go. Some of them gonna go sit somewhere nice and pretty.
Yeah.
Like they probably gonna be in that place where Martha Stewart was staying. So I just feel like ain't nothing really gonna really happen. They're gonna have somewhere nice. They're gonna have somewhere nice to stay. They ain't gonna be like one of them places in backwoods of Mississippi.
Okay, yeah. I think I agree. I could see it going down that route, unfortunately. That's just the world we live in.
Yeah, cause they can charge them, but it's depending on where they're gonna stay. If they're gonna have a great experience or a bad experience. Since I've been reading a lot of books and stuff like that, that's what most of the inmates say. It's depending on where you go, and it involves what kind of experience you really gonna have.
Yeah.
Like they can send them somewhere like in Texas or something, and one of them where it's like gang related, Aryan Brotherhood, but then you gotta figure out what they're gonna learn while they in there.
Yeah.
Because most people say when most criminals go to jail, they learn a new trade. Hell, One of them might come out and run for president in the next 30 years and actually win it
Yeah.
because they found loopholes in them law books. That's why they tell most people when they go to jail, learn how to read before you can find the loopholes and stuff.
Hmm.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's why they was, at one time they was trying to take the books at the library because most of them criminals started reading and they realized when like once some of the laws got banned or just didn't exist no more, they could beat their crime because they was under old law. That's why it's best to pay attention to stuff. Because like I've been seeing them arrest them all and stuff like that, but like really want none of the charges. Like first of all, they're probably gonna say we gotta have evidence. All the videotape and stuff is gonna just disappear.
Yeah.
Especially with some of them just like because basically they really didn't. If the police and judges and letting them in, they never broke into nothing. So that law is gone. But just seeing that people dead and stuff, taking statues, they might catch a minor charge and do 2 years, but be back on the streets.
Yeah.
So what?
That's sad. Now that you put it like that, that's really sad.
It is.
So what do they really get? 2 years on a vacation, then they get a federal probation. But then if you think about it, then say somebody threatened them in the wrong way. Now the Secret Service, the government gets to hide them somewhere because they're getting threatened. And next thing you know, they can go get a decent job and get their whole identity changed. So basically, they just basically walked away for free.
Yeah.
And see, that's what people need to learn about. Like what you were saying earlier, is that people need to start paying attention to more of these details and stuff like. Because there's always a fine print underlying a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, it's not as simple as it's made. Like paying attention to detail helps you see a whole lot more than what you think that you would actually be able to see. Because once you in tune with your surroundings and how things are going and paying attention to how people move and stuff like that, like you see a whole bunch of different. You see life in a whole different way.
Yeah.
They should send them to Taylorsville. That ought to teach them a lesson.
I don't know. They might start an army down there in Taylorsville.
If there's anyone in the audience that's actually from Taylorsville, please tell me what it's like down there. We would not mind knowing. That would actually be grand to know.
Is that in North Carolina or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. It's near this place called Bethlehem.
Oh my goodness.
Population, what was the population, like 3,000?
Wow.
It's one of them towns.
And it's bad that I know this.
One of them towns where you don't want to be out too late at night.
Yeah.
Now for a color person.
They find you out late at night. What you doing around here, boy?
Oh, okay. I'm still dry on them. I think I asked like the biggest things that were going on in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, because there's been a whole lot going on this last couple of weeks, which makes America is looking ghetto right now.
Yeah.
And that's just to be perfectly honest. They have done a fantastic job of making us look ghetto.
Yeah.
We've been looking real stupid.
Oh yeah. Every other country is looking at us like, huh? And
like that's what y'all do?
Yeah, we have no reputation, we have no dignity, and unfortunately that's all of us because we're all here.
Yep. We all the same. We all get lumped into it.
Yep.
Which makes it even worse because then now like my friend from Denmark, he was like, man, it really must suck to have to live there and deal with that. It's like, man, it's like, can't even, nothing is, after seeing this, what is really super great, we could definitely make America great, but like looking at like its history, which is still like constantly neglected and told to like, he's like, yo, it happened so long ago, just forget about it. But we're still holding on to 9/11 like it happened yesterday. And that's no offense to anybody that might have lost somebody during that, but at the same time, it's like, so we just get to pick and choose what matters in this versus something else. It's wild.
I feel that, and yeah, that's I understand. I get what you're saying and everything. And for anybody in the audience that did lose anybody in 9/11, that was not to put any offense to you. Obviously, a loss is tragic to anybody, and that's not what he was trying to say. Like, he's just putting a point out there that every time 9/11 comes back, everybody is reflecting back on that day, even people that weren't technically affected that day and everything like that. Like you were saying, is pick and choose. Like, I'm trying to think of an example of something.
We can hold on to the Confederate flag, but we can't like actually bring up what it stands for and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's like
they get mad about that.
Yeah, it's just like, and yeah, how you gonna get mad at like something like that, but then like, it's like, be all up against terrorists.
That's true.
Like, don't forget, like, the South seceded from the North, technically making them the exact same thing. It's like you can't pick and choose.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to be about it, but like be about it.
Yeah.
Like own it all, not like parts of it that are just like convenient to you. It's just like culture vulturing. It's like you want to like have like, you want to have the slang, you want to have the talk, you want to have the walk, you want to have the attire, but when it comes to the actual experience, you don't want none of that.
True.
They wild out here, man. This is America.
Yeah, he needs to do some more for that.
I mean, he does it.
Okay, he does it. He does it.
Like, he dropped that song way before a bunch of different things happened, and then like it's just like one thing after another, and it's like people will like, was like, oh, I hate that song.
Yeah.
Like, why? Because it's true. you hate the truth. It's fine. It's like, I mean, like you can not like it, but it doesn't make it no more true.
Yeah.
I mean, no less true.
It's just crazy how in that video, like, everything, I wouldn't say everything, but just like literally the world, like the US today is literally that music video. Like, it is crazy. Carlton, what you got? You've been kind of quiet.
Man. All right. Oh. Man, I just feel like America ain't never been great. They trying to make something looks great without even trying to be great. Man, I'm lost right now. I'm lost.
I can understand that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I guess it's because at that point in my life, I wasn't really in all of that knowledge, with that much knowledge of politics and everything. But it's just like the years before Trump was in office, I just feel like those were times where I was actually able to just be more happy than nowadays. It like, even in terms of like at that period, I feel like even things like basketball were like better at that point, just because like, at that point with the NBA, they were still going to the White House and everything. Like, after the champions were going to the White House and everything, seeing Obama and everything like that. And I just felt like everything to me at that point just felt like it was at least way better than they are now. Even if it wasn't on the inside, as like better, I guess, on the outside in terms of people was like people towards each other was doing way better than it is now.
Now, I really agree with you with that, but
Go
I don't
ahead,
know. I just
shoot.
feel like, but like Trump was just really just a puppet. He was he was there just to do a job and just to get people off the real topics. Because like when something really serious came around, he'd do something stupid or they release something stupid. I feel like they covering up something, and that was the whole standby uh crap, whatever they stand. Because if you watch videos by before all of this happened, they knew what was about to happen. I just felt like they covering up something bigger than that.
I could see that. I just don't
I
know
could definitely
what could be
see
so
that, yeah.
big.
It's something big.
Yeah, because he had never presented himself to being as like this before. Like, don't get me wrong.
Racist?
Yeah,
Okay. I
like
never
not
see what I'm saying.
not in like such a, how I want to say this, like not he it wasn't the same. Like of course, like he might not have been the best person, he might not have been the most liked person, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like it was as bad as it is today. And like it's too big of a change for me to be just like, oh yeah, this how he's always been. It's like I don't personally know him personally, so like I can't say it's like, oh, it's like yeah he's just been this horrible terrible person, this and this and that, and then like just essentially hang him with my words, and I don't even really know him like that. I don't even know like the full thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't judge a book by its cover. But I just feel like I kind of feel like a lot of people he's probably been that same way. We just never paid attention. Like Charlemagne, the guy said he's probably the best person to bring racism out because he showed it what it really looks like. Now, with this tweet the other day I seen, this dude said, my granddaddy told me to tell y'all, in our day, y'all would never know who they was because we always hear behind the pillowcase.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, they if you really don't understand racism, you really gonna have to look it up because it don't just start with it really starts with the Klan, but it goes deeper than that, and then what further than that, what goes on now is more there in a business suit, and basically I just say that it's like they use the business suit nowadays just to exploit people. And then they do it on the job because they have so many requirements. You got to go to school for this, but then you're overqualified. You got to go to school for this, then you're underqualified. Or you don't have enough experience. How are you supposed to get experience in some of these companies when they don't give you opportunities at it? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, yeah, you got a point there.
And then you just got to like, damn, I lost my thought. I think most people just really need to open up a book and put a phone down for a minute, or at least use audio or something.
Yeah, or you can read just on the phone.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't realize how easy it is. Like if you spend time looking at or calling somebody, the same energy you can use to get on the phone to understand a lot of this stuff. I think a lot of people are lost on some of these subjects because they really don't know what's going on. And that's the thing about it. Most of them really just don't know what's going on. They going off of what one of their favorite rappers said.
Yeah, that is true. That's where that propaganda gets used.
Because I feel like they just like Trump, they just a puppet and getting a bigger paycheck.
Perfect.